Well, where's that dude saying voting in California is dumb? Yeah, I mean, that dude is crazy. Who cares? But, like, California has always been like this. It is so fucking unsustainable. So much so that, like, at this point, everybody knows, like, the locks, always projections happen immediately as soon as battles close, or as soon as the polls close. You get the locks, and then the contested races are not called for 3 fucking weeks, man. Like, that's unacceptable, dude. What the fuck? In California, it's a product of how easy it is to vote here because of late postmarking. It's a good thing. No. I don't know. I think we've made it too easy to vote, okay? It's great. I love it. But, like, holy shit, dude. It's crazy.
Bunch of races in California, which takes, they call it election season in California.
Yeah.
It's going to take weeks in some of these places to get clarity here. But just again, to give you a sense of it, these are all the uncalled races. So, Democrats need to win the bulk of these if they're going to win the House. But look how many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of them are in California. So Democrats, we could go.
I mean, look at that. That's unreasonable, brother. That is literally unreasonable. No, chuds don't care about California. They know California always takes super long to fucking count their votes. That's insane, dude.
30s one by one at some point if you want, but basically.
No, they're not all going to be Dem, by the way. No, people constantly forget. California, Kevin McCarthy's from California. The fuck are you guys talking about? California has more Republicans than like 3 Republican states combined, okay? California gave us Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan. What are you talking about? California has hella red.
There's a lot of opportunities here for Democrats, a lot of really, really narrow races outside California that kind of need to break their way, and then they just need to really kind of sweep through California. That's the kind of scenario that could actually get them to 218 or 219. Again, our model thinks it's most likely the Democrats are going to fall like 3 seats short of a majority. And the irony of that is, if that does end up being the case, if this thing lands at 220, 215, where did Democrats suffer their biggest losses? It was in the state of New York.
Long Island.
It was Long Island,
Yep.
and it was in the Catskills. The chair of the DCCC, who I know is on your.
That dude can suck one, by the way. Apparently, Patrick Lee, okay? Maloney, L right in the fucking name. Or Mahoney, or whatever the fuck his name is, okay? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Still complaining, saying it's the fucking progressives that are at fault. She said AOC was nowhere to be found for her party in New York. That's why he lost.
Your show the other day oversaw nationally an unbelievable night for Democrats. Nobody would have believed the Friday after the election we'd be talking about Democrats having a path to House control. The guy who oversaw that lost his own seat in New York, along with a number of other Democrats. And Democrats had earlier in the year, they have all the political power in New York, they had earlier in the year aggressively drawn a map that was designed to maximize the number of Democratic seats. It got thrown out by a judge. Had that map been in place, we probably right now, that chart over there would probably have the Democrats favored to hang on to the House.
Wow.
Extraordinary, as you say. We're even talking about the possibility of Democrats winning the House, given the headwinds against them. NBC.
Representative Sean Maloney, by the way, this is Edward Isaac Dover, who fucking sucks asses as well, the reporter, okay? On soon-to-be former colleague of AOC, last time I ran into AOC, we were beating her endorsed candidate 2-1 in a primary, and I didn't see her 1 minute of these midterms helping our House majority. Before losing, Maloney faced a primary backed by AOC because he ran in a district where Mondaire Jones might have ran, all while running DCCC. Says AOC didn't pay a dollar of dues, didn't do anything for our frontline candidates except give them money when they didn't want it from her. Hey, man, I can't hear you because you have no seat. I'm sorry. What are you saying, broke boy? I can't hear what you're saying since you have no fucking seat, loser. How about you hold on to your fucking New York seat, dumbass? Let's make something crystal clear. SPM courted me for donations to swing races, and it was the first thing I did this term. Over $250,000 for Dems this cycle. DCCC facilitated some, and now he denies it. If he isn't aware of my visit to California and the efforts we put in, that's on him. Because of the Dem Party abandonment in key areas, statewide victories depended heavily on driving up numbers in progressive areas like mine and the New York Working Families Party, by the way. Remember, this is like the New York Working Families Party's existence is part of the fucking reason why New York is so goddamn conservative, because they constantly are working to try and undermine the Working Families Party and their influence in local races. It is literally directly the reason why Long Island and other areas like that are getting fucking destroyed. New York is conservative. Oh my God. How many times have we talked about this? You guys know I've hated Andrew Cuomo for a very long time. Okay? Remember when everyone was like, Andrew Cuomo is a fucking king. He's the GOAT. He's so good. I want to suck his cock. Remember how when everyone in the fucking mainstream media was like, oh my God, he has so many Emmys. He should win an Emmy for this. And I kept saying, fuck Andrew Cuomo. Fuck Andrew Cuomo. He is directly responsible for all the fucking New York older and poor population dying because he underfunded New York hospitals because he's a sick conservative freak. Okay? Remember when I said that? When all the Cuomo-sexuals were like too busy getting their shit blown up by Andrew Cuomo? And I was right. Yes, I am Italiophobic. But in this circumstance, my Italiophobia worked in my favor. To our knowledge, I was the only New York City House Democrat in a safe seat to run a full-throated, heavy field operation for Get Out the Vote. What I love about his claim that we gave frontline members donations they didn't want, the vast majority were good with early financial support to position themselves early. For the few who didn't want our help and got it, where do you think we got the dollar info to give? DCCC. Exactly. It's not like AOC is like pumping funds into fucking campaigns on her own. She's not like, oh yeah, I'm picking and choosing. It's the DCCC that tells her where to fucking spend. So the idea that like this fucking dickhead would lie about that is also hilarious, okay? As for him not seeing me, perhaps it's because he was, as a party leader, chose not to see nor value prominent members for his party for years. Either way, we will continue to organize and turn out undervalued plus unseen communities in this country, whether the powerful like it or not. Lastly, many moderate Dems. By the way, another thing I will tell you, and this is background information that I know, okay? Because I have worked with some of the Democratic Party members, okay? They literally are so fucking stupid that they think AOC is bad for get out the vote initiatives. A lot of districts and a lot of fucking even Senate-wide races, like the previous Raphael Warnock race, when the double runoff was happening in Georgia, straight up said, we want you to help us behind the scenes, but we don't want AOC. Okay? We don't want you, and we don't want AOC. You guys maybe are a little too extremist for the campaigns that we're running. And that is precisely the reason why they don't work with AOC and shit on a lot of these get out the vote initiatives. And that's why she goes to California, because these people are fucking stupid. The people running these campaigns are fucking brain dead. They think AOC going to Georgia is going to actually swing the vote in favor of the Republicans, because Georgians are going to be like, oh, well, that's a radical communist coming to Georgia. Straight up. I know. I have talked to them. I have literally talked to them. When they asked me for my help on Get Out the Vote last time around during the last runoff, and I did help them, I helped them behind the scenes, partially because they didn't want, my first thing was, I'll set up something with AOC, and their first response to that was no. I'm from the Italian Defamation League, and you'll be hearing for our lawyers. Okay. But the plan to field extremist Republicans did work. Why do you think an extremist such as AOC would do the same? Because AOC is not a fucking extremist, you absolute jackass, you fucking moron. AOC is insanely popular, especially with younger demographics. If your goal is to drive turnout, especially for younger demographics, you need someone like AOC, you fucking idiot. And also, comparing AOC's radicalism to the Marjorie Taylor Greens of the world is so fucking psychotic. Let's listen to her address it, actually, as a matter of fact. Here's AOC talking to Chris Wallace about this exact thing.
People want both parties to move from the fringes, from the extremes, back to the center.
I think a lot of people in this country may say yes, but it's important for us to dig into the substance of what that actually means. As someone who is often, I think, characterized as extreme, I, of course, would object to that. I do not believe that I am as extreme in the way that Marjorie Taylor Greene on the Republican side is extreme. The idea that there is
like the notion that AOC is an extremist in a similar vein to like election denier, like, you know, weird election perverts and weird, like, they're transing your children perverts and the people that would like fucking bomb a Planned Parenthood is so psychotic. I don't know how to address it on a Twitch server. You know what I mean? Like, you're on Twitch. You are in the demographic that should recognize that that is a bananas take. You're not 78 years old watching Fox News, having your fucking brain melt out of your ear every night. What the fuck are you talking about? Thanks for mansplaining, AOC. Shut the fuck up. Literally. Twitch should give me a kill yourself coupon. Not to, you know, say that that's what I'm saying to that chatter, but like Twitch should give me one of those, okay? That I can just issue out every now and then, just like Twitter. Remember how I talked about Twitter giving me a kill yourself coupon? Like the amount of times I get kill yourself, I get to also, you know, dish it out. I should be able to do that on Twitch as well. They're called Minecraft tokens. Yeah, straight up. You're going to get clapped for that? No, I'm not saying that. I'm very clear. I'm not saying that to that chatter. I'm simply stating that, like, I should be allowed to get that coupon. It would make it better. You need a bleep button so you can't say what you feel, but you still get banned. No, I'm not going to do that. Anyway.
is an equating of believing in someone who believes in guaranteed universal health care in the United States with someone who believes that undocumented people should incur physical harm are somehow in the same level of extreme is something that I would object to.
People want both parties to move from the fringe.
A great assessment. CNN's framing of the AOC interview is pretty close to what you see on Fox News. Chris, she does not seem to think, or at least is not saying publicly, that there needs to be a course correction on the terms of the Democratic Party, which is interesting. I fucking, like, of course, Chris Wallace of Fox News, Austin's very favorite fucking dumbass Republican, now at CNN, is hitting that fucking, we need to do a course correction on the Democratic Party.
Which is interesting.
No, it is interesting, and she absolutely does not think that there should be a course correction. I talked to her about the fact that even Republicans said she'd moved too far to the left. Some Democrats who kept their distance from her in the campaign thought she'd moved too far to the left. But for instance, on the issue of inflation.
Wait, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean? No, what is that? What the fuck are you saying? I'm losing it.
Where some people are saying, well, look, we need less government spending, that stoked demand over supply. She says, no, we need to go after corporations. There's been price gouging. There have been windfall profits. So she's not talking about cutting back on social programs. She's talking from a democratic socialist point of view about full speed ahead on trying to rejigger our American economy and our American marketplace.
It's a really interesting conversation. Much more can be seen on your show this weekend. It's great to see you, Chris.
How do you feel that your best impersonation is Chris Wallace? I have really good impersonations, not just Chris Wallace. GOP has historic loss in midterm. The DNC needs to course correct. I'm a Republican who wants the best for DNC. Like, GOP has a historic loss in the midterm. The only places where the Democrats actually end up losing, okay, in spite of the GOP historic loss, is places where there are, like, candidates running to the right. And these motherfuckers are still like, you know what was problematic about the candidates running to the right in the Democratic Party? The fact that they were alongside candidates running to the left who won their seats. I'm Chris Wallace of Fox News. That's crazy. That's insane. Like, they're literally looking at a person that lost their fucking seat, looking at a person that won their seat and going, the person that won is the reason, the person that won is at fault here. Mind-boggling, dude. Fucking mind-boggling. Amazing to watch people who run the Democratic policies in New York State do absolutely zero introspection after getting absolutely washed. Not surprising, though. Libs, AOC needs to stop. Also, Dems where they lose. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you can look at someone who won their race, look at someone who lost their race, and go, yeah, the person who won their race is at fault for the person who lost their race. That makes no sense. Just absolutely fucking deranged, dude.
So this caught my eye. You know, Herschel Walker down in Georgia.
Who's that?
You have Lindsey. And you have, Lindsey Graham was on talking about support for him. And this caught our ears and eyes here on CNN this morning. Watch this.
They're trying to destroy her.
This, oh my God. Oh, I watched this last night. This is incredible. Now, folks, this video is very good. Lindsey Graham, holy shit, he's on his hands and knees, dude. He's on his fucking hands and knees in this one, okay? He's given the Gluck Gluck 3000, but also at the same time, it's one of the weirdest narratives, okay? It's great. It's wonderful. He's trying to draw like a larger conversation from the Herschel Walker Senate race as he's trying to raise money for the top of the hour ad break so that everyone can get a gifted sub. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. And if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5. Or if you don't have $5, you can do it for free with a Twitch Prime or by getting gifted a sub, right? So that's what's happening here. That's what you need to do if you want an uninterrupted ad-free broadcasting experience. Here's the 1-minute ad break now.
Herschel to deter young men and women of color from being Republicans. If they destroy Herschel, it will deter people of color from wanting to be a conservative Republican because you just have your life ruined. We cannot let that happen. We need to have his back. If Herschel wins, he's going to inspire people all over Georgia.
Yeah, that you too can run for Senate despite having brain damage. Okay? Herschel, a vote not for Herschel is a vote for ableism. Do you understand? Herschel Walker is making everyone around the country think twice and say, look, I have serious mental problems that is rendering me unable to drive a car. However, that will not deter me from running for Senate. Badger Dome, thank you for the 5. Get the subs.
Of color to become Republicans, and I say all over the
Hollow
United States.
Scene
Herschel
has
Walker is
been.
a
Thank you for the 10. Give the
nightmare
subs.
for liberals. He's an African American conservative. They have belittled him. They have treated him like crap. His family. Stand by Herschel tonight. If you can give.
He's like crying, dude. What the fuck?
Give. If you know somebody that can give, ask them to do it. TeamHerschel.com. The conservative movement for people of color is on the ballot in Georgia. We must help people like Herschel for the benefit of our country and the future of conservatism. TeamHerschel.com, please.
Do you want to go first? Or you want me?
Van, you go.
Well, first of all, he's a nightmare to.
I'm on the verge of tears. I'm on the verge of tears thinking about what will happen when young men and women, young people of color, men and women, don't want to become Republicans because of what happened to Herschel Walker. Papa Greats, Stash Guy, Atonov, and King Kane 195. Thank you for the 5. Get the subs.
The children that he has abandoned and done nothing for. He's a nightmare to his own son, who came out and said he lies all the time and shouldn't be in office. He's a nightmare. But look, if you are a young black person, you want to be a conservative, there's a guy named Tim Scott I would direct you to. If you want somebody in this.
Oh my God. Oh, Van, you used to be a fucking Maoist, dude. What the fuck? Ay, ay, ay. How is this the fucking argument? Yeah, be like Tim Scott. Thanks, man. That's sick. Thank you. Like, let's point to all the good black conservatives instead. It's like, how about just say being a conservative sucks? Maybe don't be a conservative, okay? Just say it. Motherfucker was a Maoist, dude. Yeah, he should have let Don Lemon go first, actually.
Senate who you can look up to. The idea that, again, everything has to be at the extreme. If you don't want someone with his lack of qualifications and bad personal character to be in the Senate, you now hate all conservatives and don't want any black people.
Wait, you're saying there aren't good conservatives? Fuck yes, I'm saying that. What the fuck? Yeah, dude. Yes. Hello. Welcome to the Hasanabi broadcast. No. You cannot be a good conservative, okay? That's just fucking antithetical to my worldview. I don't even like liberals because they're conservative. You guys come in here and you hear me shit on Nancy Pelosi, and then you think we're aligned on our fucking worldview. I hate Nancy Pelosi because she's conservative, okay? That's crazy. Name one bad conservative, all of them.
To be conservative. That's not true. All of us got conservative black people in our families. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Let me tell you.
What are you talking about?
This is what he's
Yeah, they're bad too, bitch.
talking about. People like him always talk about race baiting, identity politics.
Here we go.
This is race baiting. This is race baiting in the worst form to say, because someone doesn't like, if you're black and you don't like this is the worst thing. So if you believe, like, you know, liberals or the people who are not MAGA and they're always race baiting, or they believe in identity politics, that's exactly what he's doing. The hypocrisy.
I mean, he's right about that. That's true. He is race baiting.
Yeah.
Off the charts there. And then,
That's dumb, and if everyone was that inflexible, nothing would ever get done. What? Yo, this fucking... I love having dumbasses in my chat. I will never ban dumbasses like this unless they get, like, real racist with it. Because, like, dumbasses like this will literally constantly talk about fucking gridlock and not realize that, like, oh man, it's happening as a consequence of the idea that he is presenting. Dumbasses like this literally think that, like, we need to have a Republican Congress when there is a Democrat in the fucking White House. You know what I mean? It's like shit like this. No, man. No. I want clear-cut policy goals, and I want those goals to be achieved. Okay? That's not going to happen with idiotic fucking Republicans who are standing in the way. Okay? That's not even going to happen with the idiotic conservatives in the Democratic Party also standing in the way. And let me tell you, considering how fucking dumb you are, I'm going to go ahead and assume that, not that, your level of intelligence actually dictates how much wealth you accrue. Obviously not. Elon Musk is the wealthiest person on the planet, and he's a fucking idiot. But I'm going to go ahead and assume, I'm going to make a bet here, that you aren't actually in the upper crust that benefits from the Democratic Party's, Capital Defense Brigade, nor do you benefit from the Republican deregulation and tax cuts for the wealthy. So why the fuck are you in here defending them? They're fucking you, and then they're lying to you, and then you turn around and you think like there is this promised centrist utopia out there that's somehow going to benefit you, when that's not the case. I don't think that, but politics is getting too polarized. You need a consensus on certain things. No, it's not. There is already a consensus on things. Shut up.
Oh my gosh.
Politics has always been polarized. And where there are issues, where there are matters, where there is a consensus, like blindly seeking out the center is so fucking stupid. Okay? Blindly seeking out the center when there are good things and bad things is fucking idiotic. I don't know who lied to you and told you that that's what you're supposed to do. Okay? But I understand saying things like everything in moderation. But when we talk about politics, blindly seeking out the center in a country that is going further and further right, when the Overton window is shifted so far to the fucking right with respect to other countries, is just basically defending the conservative movement. That's why all these stupid people that claim that they're centrists, or liberals even, but like liberal centrists, are oftentimes actually just Republican. Okay? They're just like embarrassed Republicans who live in like liberal safe havens and still want to attend cocktail parties with other elitist libs.
I thought he was going to start crying like a Southern preacher.
You're like a televangelist.
Yeah, tell people just because you're black and you don't support Herschel Walker, that is the worst, I believe, form of race baiting.
I think so. And here's the reality: if the Republican Party continues to make its basic case around fiscal conservatism, that sort of stuff, they'll pick up some black votes. Look, I have two African American female cousins. One of them is named Karsha Kirkendall. She said, to tell the world, who are MAGA, Trump, conservative.
That's not surprising.
And proud of it. And I love.
It's not surprising that her MAGA cousin wanted the world to know that she was MAGA. Okay? That is the least surprising thing I've heard from Van Jones so far. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, and they love me. The idea that we need someone like Lindsey Graham to explain to us how to relate to different political positions in our own community is just ridiculous.
No one cares about your left opinions to keep your platform. We want Carrie Lake, someone that actually fights for the position. You're hard to watch. Yeah. Yeah, brother. Well, guess what? Are you ready for this? I have done voter fraud in the state of Arizona, just like all 43,000 people that are in the chat. We are the mules. We stole the election from Carrie Lake, so she's not going to become the governor. So get excited for that. Get used to that, you fucking bitch. Okay? It's over. Why do you think the red wave never happened? This time, our 2,000 mules turned into 40,000 mules. And we stole this fucking election, and we're going to continue stealing every other election. Everything you know was right. Dinesh D'Souza is a truth teller. Put that in your pipe and smoke on it.
It's almost embarrassing. And if you're going to be that evangelical in your belief about somebody, be evangelical about the values that this man has violated when it comes to abandoning his own children.
How long before, after this, you'll hear someone like Lindsey Graham or someone else like about, abandoning their children in the black community?
Well, yeah, he'll be doing that tomorrow. And by the way, I don't know if my cousin Karsha is MAGA. I know that she's a Republican. So
that will get you in the worst.
Exactly.
Slight difference there.
Exactly, it's a slight difference there. So I take it back. I know that she's a strong, proud conservative, and I love my cousin.
Love it when you have you here. Thank you, Van Jones.
Thank you, Van.
Appreciate it so much.
Control of the House and Senate still hanging.
Trump's endorsement of Mastriano led to his epic defeat? No. Mastriano was a psycho even other than Trump's endorsement. Holy
in the
fuck.
balance at this hour. Many in the GOP, of course, thought this election would be a big red wave. Many in the Democratic Party did as well. But that is not what has materialized. And now some in the GOP are pointing the finger squarely at former President Trump, who endorsed so many of the candidates on the ballot. Some of his highest profile candidates, including Dr. Oz in Pennsylvania, lost. Joining me now, retiring Republican Senator Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania.
Full answer to insulin price question is complex. Short answer is that original insulin discovered in 1921, not 1923, is inexpensive, costing as little as $25. New higher efficacy analog variants of insulin are more expensive. That's crazy. So how are they making it so cheap in every other country, man? That's wild, dude. That's wild. Has Elon Musk heard about the fact that insulin and the cost of production for insulin is so much cheaper everywhere else, and they're still being sold everywhere else for much, much cheaper prices? That's crazy. I was going to say platform. All right, planet. Anger tweet from Drill. Having a bad one. First, my Lockheed Martin investment tanks after the CEO posts his penis. Now, Cold Stone Creamery just called me the N-word. No! We've just overthrown the government of Brazil. We apologize to those who have been served a misleading message from a fake Chiquita account. We have not overthrown a government since 1954. Wait, what? Wait, stop. Is the second one real? They did not actually. No. I mean, the facts in that tweet are real, for the record. But, but, like, I thought some psychotic intern at Chiquita was like, no, I'm going out with a banger. Fuck it. Oh my God. The fact that you can't even tell what's real tweets anymore, it says enough about the platform. Yeah, I mean, it's over. It's cooked. It's cooked. Everything is fake. Like, verification is imploded. Chaotic neutral timeline? No, I would say chaotic good almost. Can't believe mainstream news won't report on this. Governor Mike DeWine, thank you for reelecting me as your governor of Ohio. My first order of business will be eradicating the people of Columbus. Whoa, that's crazy. Finally, dude. What the fuck? Columbus had it coming for far too long, dude. Holy shit. Excited for this one. Thank you, Mike.